Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Like I said, I don't know what happened to everybody. Maybe they're all out Christmasing, but I'm happy you guys are here to join me for this training. And what we're going to really talk today about is clarity in your goals and where you're headed, and looking at what you really want, what you really need from your life to have the life that you want to live. And everybody is different. Everybody wants financial freedom. Everybody wants to pay the bills, but it's a different thing for everybody. So that's what we're going to really get at today with this training is that piece of the puzzle. Really, what does that look like for you? So we're going to go there. So yeah, so we're going to talk today about really digging into like clarity of your goal and what does that look like for you, what you want from your future. So for those of you that don't know me, I think everybody here knows me, but my name is Connie Ann. I am really honored to be here and to get to be the caretaker of this information. I am one of the top consultants with the Proctor Gallagher Institute, and I was actually trained and mentored by Bob Proctor himself and his team. So I feel really honored to get to have the information I have and to carry it forward from Napoleon Hill to Earl Nightingale to Bob Proctor, and now I get to share it with you guys. So I'm really honored to be here, and I feel very blessed to have this opportunity to give people more, allow you to have the life you want to live, because I know it's really frustrating when you have this goal that you want to go after and you're really excited, you have this dream or somebody talks to you about something, you're like, yeah, I want to do that, and you go at it for a couple of weeks and then you're like, oh, well, nobody wants to buy this, and then you quit, but then you go find the next shiny thing and it happens again and again and again. But we have the ability, every human has the ability to be and do anything, because we all have the same mind. We all have the same higher faculties, and we all have the reasoning factors and the imagination and the intuition that is going to get us there, but we just have to learn how to work with it properly. And the very, very first thing we have to do is know, where are you going? So you don't get in your car without a destination. So I want to invite you to not get out of bed without a destination as well. So the first thing that, like I said, you need to do is you need your goal. You need to know, where are you going? Without a proper, clear goal, and that's what this is all about, is the clarity of your goal. Without that excitement, without knowing where you're headed, you will go nowhere. Just financial freedom is not enough. How much money is that for you? And within, we need to understand that we don't want that money. If you want $1 million, you don't really want the $1 million. You want the lifestyle that $1 million is going to provide for you. And what does that look like for you? Because I might spend it on a yacht and you might spend it on a private jet. So what is it for you? What do you want to do with that money? And so that's the clarity that I want to help you guys get today. And so what I do with my clients, and the process I'm going to start you guys down today, is all derived from the book Think and Grow Rich. Mr. Napoleon Hill wrote it in the early 1900s at the coaxing of Andrew Carnegie, who at the time was the richest man in the world. And Andrew Carnegie realized that there are people who are really making a lot of money, and there were people who are living on the street begging for a lump of coal to heat their house. And why? What is that difference? And he didn't want himself and all of his peers, like Henry Ford and Thomas Edison and all these guys, to go to their grave with these secrets. And that's where Think and Grow Rich originated from, that book. And that was really the book. It's kind of the Bible, if you will, of the self-help revolution, because Napoleon Hill put together a program, a way that we can do the things that they've done to get the things that we want, because they're doing things in a certain way. And Bob Proctor calls them unconscious competence. It's the people, and I have a sister like that. I'm a year younger than her, and I was always Susie's little sister. She didn't have to study. She didn't have to crack a textbook. She was class president. She was coach of all of the teams. And then there was me. I studied my tail off and I scraped by with B's and C's. But why? And so these unconscious competence, what are they doing differently that we're not? And we can learn how to do that. And that's what Think and Grow Rich is really the study guide of how we can have what we want. And that's really been designed into a program by Bob Proctor to teach people exactly that. So if you've ever heard of the term paradigm shift, that's where that comes from. A paradigm is the habits and beliefs in our subconscious mind that regulate our behaviors, and almost all of our behaviors are habitual. So we can change those, and that's the beautiful thing. But we have to know where we're going first. If we go after nothing, that is exactly what we will get. We will get nothing. If we are very vague and you just want money and you don't care where it comes from, then it's not going to come from anywhere. So we have to hone in on that. And something really important that Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, and so the quote is that those who reach decisions promptly and definitely know what they want and generally get it. The leaders in every walk of life decide quickly and firmly. That is the major reason why they're leaders. The world has a habit of making room for the person whose words and actions show that they know where they're going, sorry. And the other side of that, and the next part of that, is people who know where they're going make decisions quickly and change their minds slowly, if ever. People who lag back make their mind up slowly and are really fast to change their mind. And that is another key difference. When a situation comes up, when an opportunity comes up, and I talked about this in my workshop a couple of weeks ago on decisions, when something comes up, that first, oh yeah, or that first, oh gosh, no, like back away slowly and put that down. That is your intuition talking, and your intuition is correct over 95% of the time. That's your answer. Make your decisions based on that most of the time, and we're all adults, so we can decide when that time is not right, but 95% of the time it's the right answer. So just make that decision and move on. Your intuition won't drive you off a cliff. It won't make you do something that's going to cause you ruin. If you do something that feels that way, then you probably wasn't your intuition. It was a belief or a habit or a judgment or something that came along that actually steered that decision. So you need to be a little bit careful, but most of the time that first yes or no, that's your answer, and then walk away and release the energy and don't hold on to it, just keep going. So for the rest of this talk, for the rest of today, I want you guys to tap into your inner child. I want you to be silly. I want you to be outrageous. I want you to be crazy. I want you to not care one iota what other people are going to think or say about anything that you think about or you write down today. Because everything that you're going to think about, everything we're going to talk about is just for you and about you. And everybody in here, I've talked to all of you guys once or twice. So everybody in here is of the same mind. We're going to support each other. We're going to help each other through this. So if you want to share, share. If you want to keep it to yourself, that's fine too. But I really want you to allow yourself to be silly and to just dream and just like open your imagination, because our imaginations got shut down when we were kids. It really did. Are you guys ready to dig in? Everybody's got a pen and paper except for Kat because you're driving. Yeah, good stuff. All righty. So what I'm going to go through with you guys today is to help you understand that there are many different types of goals. And a goal can be cutting your hair off, dyeing your hair red, or quitting your job and doing your part-time job full-time. Or it could be anything in between. So there are goals, many, many different goals. So the beginning of achieving anything is to know, like I said before, where are you going? And I really want to emphasize, sorry, to you guys that you would not get in your car without going somewhere. You're always going to the grocery store. You're always going somewhere, but we live our lives not knowing that. So your future should really be no different than getting into your car. But most of us live our lives on autopilot. We're sleepwalking through life. And that is why so many people are so frustrated. So many people are feeling like they don't know where they're going because they're on autopilot. They're waiting for some unforeseen whatever to just magically drop things in their lap. to make things happen. And really, we have to make them happen. So when you have the goal, and the goal we're talking about today is going to be a goal that you don't know how you're going to get it. You shouldn't know how you're going to get it because you're going after something you've never done before. So of course you're not going to know, because if you knew, you'd be there. Does that make sense? Yeah, good, good. Heads nodding. Yes. So that's why you need to be ridiculous and silly. That's why. So I want you to really set everything aside and just really step into that. And we really want to have that amazing life. And we don't have a clear picture right now. We're gonna design that too today, and we're gonna do a little teeny tiny meditation for like 30 seconds, except for Kat because she's driving. I'm gonna keep saying that to remind Kat. Don't close your eyes. Don't meditate, Kat. So
as the life insurance.
Yeah, it's there you go, from the mouth of a professional cat. Don't do it. So we really want to get that picture. We want to see where that's at and draw that imagination. And it's actually called a future memory. And Sandy Gallagher, Bob Proctor's business partner, calls it visioneering, thinking into the future. So you must have a definite goal for anything of significance. So we talk about a worthy goal, a worthy ideal, and Earl Nightingale said that a worthy ideal is the progressive realization, or a success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. My coffee just wore out. I'm sorry. Clearly needed more coffee. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, meaning we need to have a place we're going and constantly and continuously going after it. We will only ever fail if we quit. We will only ever fail. It might take us 2 months to get to our goal. It might take us 2 years to get to our goal. We can alter the speed of that. It's called the law of gestation, the time between something is conceived and when it happens, from the time you plant corn in the ground and you're eating corn at your dinner table, making bread, driving somewhere. It takes time to get somewhere, right? The law of gestation says everything takes time. When you have that big, beautiful goal, but you can see it clearly and you feel what it feels like and you know you're going to get there and you have that belief it's going to happen, that is how you speed up the law of gestation. But we have to really get clear on that. And that is a definite goal and a definite purpose that we're going towards. So a goal is something that you are going after that you have never, ever done before. A goal is designed to help you grow. We are looking at and talking about financial freedom and stuff like that here so far, but the purpose of a goal is the growth that you get. It's not even the goal. And we're talking about the house and the car and the business, but it's the growth, because we are all part of nature. We humans forget that we are just part of Mother Nature. That growth, and the growth is what we crave. Tiger Woods was still taking golf lessons when he was at the top of his game. Michael Jordan was still going to shooting hoops practice when he was at the top of his game, because we always want to grow. Trees grow, flowers grow, grass pushes through and breaks concrete because it has to grow. It must live, it must flourish. And we are no different. When we're not, we feel stagnation, and we have to be growing. We want to be moving towards something. So really, that's what our goal is about. That's at the basis of why we feel like we want to create something. We want to create more. It's that growth. When people say, I'm good, I'm comfortable, I kind of question them a little bit, because I feel like we always need to be going somewhere, and maybe they're just feeling like they shouldn't want more. But we always want a little something more, whether we're learning to bake bread or we're creating a multi-million-dollar empire. It's all the same. Okay, so a goal is designed to help you grow. And if you know how to get there, you won't experience that growth. So that's why the goal has to be something way far out there that you don't know how to get. You won't get the growth if you're going after something you've already done. Even right now, like pre-COVID, when I'm talking to people now, they just want that money back that they were making pre-COVID, which is amazing. And yes, I wish everybody to be back to pre-COVID life. However, we need to stretch further than that, because if they used to make $80,000 a year, they need to get $100,000 or a $200,000 or $300,000 a year goal, because they already have the growth that comes with that amount. So we need to go beyond that. There is no growth in getting the thing we've already had. So we will get there, and you'll actually get there easy, because that's kind of where your thermostat's at. That amount that you're at before is the amount that you're capable of doing. You already know how to do that. You're not going to have that satisfaction of what a goal does. So when you get to, and if you think pre-COVID, maybe before your income maybe backslid, if it did, you were probably even then thinking, what else can I do? How can I increase even then? So just go now beyond where you were. Do something you've never done before. Otherwise, you will get bored and you will stagnate. And I really don't want any of you guys to talk to me in a year and tell me you're in the same place you were right now. I really don't. That will hurt my heart a little bit. Then we're going to have a conversation. So please stretch and grow. If you know how to get there, it's not going to do what a goal is designed to do. And I'm going to dig into that a little bit more for you guys here in a moment. So a goal, the last thing about a goal is that a goal needs to be something that really inspires you. Can't come from deep down inside, and it needs to be for you. And even right down to some of us, like not feeling like we're worthy of brand new clothes, where we want to go to the secondhand store, but we want to buy our children new stuff, right? We're allowed, and it's not selfish. It's so not selfish, not even a little bit. It's honoring yourself. I want you, right now, you guys got your pen and paper. We're going to start doing some writing. So I want you to get to a place of relaxing. Kat is not driving, right, Kat? You're done driving? All right, I see a thumb. Perfect. I want you guys to just take a few deep breaths and relax. I want you to allow every concern in your head, in your life right now, to just drain away. For the next few minutes, just take a deep breath, hold it for a few seconds, let it out, and just relax and let it go. I want you to let your imagination just take you away to a place where your dreams float, where anything is possible. Let your dreams float into your view. When you have that life that you want, what does that look like? Imagine you have access to all of the resources you have ever needed, you have ever wanted, all of the money, all of the people. Even you don't know who you need right now, but just feel like you can just, everybody just comes running to you as soon as you need them. All right? You can have anything you want. Go there right now. Go there in your mind and really imagine that. What would you choose? What would you be? Where would you live? What car would you be driving? This is 100% about you. This is like your mental future self. Okay. What are you targeting? What are you moving towards? And please grab your pen and paper now and write down everything that you're thinking about, everything that you want to do and be. I'm going to give you guys just a few moments to write that all down. Okay. So hopefully you're in a place where you're not too distracted, and I am going to time you for 3 minutes. That's actually a long time. I want to see how many each of you get written down. All right. Mark it, set, go. All right, come back to me. How'd you guys do? Turn on your microphones. How many did you get? Jennifer, how many did you write down?
Got 3.
3. And are they personal or business?
Mostly personal.
Okay. All right. Good. Kat?
17.
17. Awesome. A little bit of both or more personal or business?
Both. Personal, family, and business.
Sorry?
Personal, family, and business.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Sylvia?
Yeah, about 10.
About 10. By both. Okay. Kelly?
I got about like 11, and there's a couple business, but mostly personal.
Okay. Tanya?
Actually, my answer is a little different because I didn't write anything down because I can picture it in my head.
Yeah, you
I've
can.
got everything in my head, and it's been coming closer and closer to where the school that I want is almost a reality. And so it's harder for me to write it down now because there's so much moving forward that I just picture it down in my head. I walk down the halls, I walk the grounds, and in my head, I can see students in the halls. And
wow.
So, and it's coming into real life, but the way I did it wasn't one big goal. It was a little goal every time. And then I created another little goal and it built.
Yeah. Yeah. But so for those of you that maybe have never been on one of these trainings before, Tanya and I met over a year ago, and she went to one of my 5-day workshops and she ran with it. Like when I say in my 5-day workshops, if you do everything I tell you to do, you will have massive results. Tanya's that lady. she has ran with it, from being told she'll never have a job, she will never live on her own, she will never this, never this, never this. And she's doing it all. And she is opening a school and she has business partners and she's just been amazing. So when I tell you, you don't need to be my client to get results. she's the story of it. And so I did an interview with her. I'll repost it in Facebook, but just her whole story is pretty incredible. So when we are thinking about what we really, really want, we can give zero thought to if or how or when we're going to get it. We are really today focusing purely on the what. What do you want? Nothing else. That's why if you know how to get it, it's not a good goal. You have to just focus on the what. If you knew how to do it, you'd be there already. You'd already have it. The fact of the matter is that you don't know how you're going to do it. So don't try to figure out how you're going to do it. But once we start deciding once we start looking for the house, once we start searching for personal chefs, once we start looking for how to operate a school for children with disabilities, once we start looking at that stuff, the universe goes, oh, okay, here you go. Here's somebody that is looking for somebody to invest in. Here's somebody that has a castle for sale. Oh, I heard you were looking for a castle. My uncle's brother's cousin's nephew inherited a castle and he doesn't want it. You can have it for $10,000. Do you want it? Like, you don't know. You don't know. I had a client that kept driving by a house and going, I'm going to live in that house. I'm going to live in that house. She never said she was going to buy it. She never said nothing. Her daughter got a job at that farm, and her daughter, actually with the job comes the house. She is moving into the house she wanted to live in for free. It happens. When we don't know how to get there, then we don't stand in the way of the universe actually bringing it to us. Yeah, we got to do stuff. We can't have a dream and sit on the couch and eat Cheetos. We do have to go into action, but don't tell the universe how it's going to happen, because it will never happen, ever. Nothing ever has happened amazing in my life the way I thought it was going to happen. Not ever.
Yeah.
Not
My
ever,
school
right?
doesn't.
Tanya,
My school doesn't
you're
look
the queen
like
of it.
the way I had pictured it was going to look. I had a whole nother plan in mind, and everything just slid into something totally different. It's not even in the state that I'm in now. I'm going to be moving across state lines by 2 or 3 states over. Yeah, it's not looking anything like what I had pictured.
Yeah.
And I just let it come. If you try to force it into what you picture, you will never get it. But if you let it come in the way it's supposed to form, then you're going to have it in your lap.
Absolutely. And when you're not trying to steer the full course of how it's going to happen, then you're also seeing the other things that are coming. But if you're just like here going, this is where I'm going, this is where it's going to happen, you're not going to see what's coming on over here. Right? Somebody's going to call you or say something. You're like, no, I'm over here. No, go away. And you don't know what you're pushing away. So it's really important to be open to that, for sure. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. So the other thing is definitely, and we've talked about this kind of since we got on this call, oh my gosh, almost an hour ago already, is that people without a goal are lost. You have got to wake up in the morning and be excited about what you are working on that day. If you're not waking up in the morning and can't wait to open your email to see what happened, then we have to look in at, what are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you feeling towards your goal? If you have this goal and you're like, I am going to make 1 million millionaires in my business, and a little voice in the back of your head is going, yeah, right. Who are you kidding? Then you're stopping yourself from it happening. And that's where that belief comes in. The belief that a lot of you guys already have, which is lovely. I love that. So we really need to pay attention to that. So there are 3 different kinds of goals. So everything that you've written on your list, that's why I was asking you guys for the most outrageous one, because the first goal that most people will go after, and you guys are all brilliant, so none of you did this, is a goal that you know how to do. A goal that you just really have to turn off the TV and go do it. If you're taking like a course, or you've taken courses and you just need to like take one more course to finish your degree, that is what we call an A goal. That's a low-level goal. When I ask people to stretch beyond that goal, they always fall into a category of what we call a B goal. And that is something that you think you can do. Like for you, Kelly, you want a personal chef? You could literally hire one as soon as we get off this call. You can make a phone call and hire somebody, right?
Right.
So I want a personal chef too. So if you find one, find out if they have an affiliate in Canada, because I want one too. But that's beautiful. So it's more the house. What house are you living in when you have that chef? Because you can have a house cleaner tomorrow. Tanya owns actually a business that cleans houses. So maybe you and her can talk. You can, like, you know what I mean? So those are actually like more of a B goal. You've never had it before and you would love to have it, but quite literally you could have it tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So Please keep the goal. I love the goal.
Me
But-
too.
but you did what almost everybody does, and you went to a B goal. You would love
Okay.
to have it, but you know how to do it. You just have to make a phone call. So
Okay.
if you do hire one in the next couple of months, I want to know how it goes and your experience, because like literally I'm like kind of there. So I'm gonna learn through you. You can help me out. So these are the B goals, something you've never done before, but you just apply yourself a little bit and you'll get there.
Okay.
That's a B goal. Okay. So the C goal is making 1 million millionaires. Buying a castle in Scotland, which we know there's some for sale. Right? Do you have savings? You could probably put a down payment on one. That is almost a B goal for you, Kat, because I know you. You and I have had a few conversations too. You could probably literally do it in January, but it's probably a big goal. So we'll keep that. So the C goal comes from your fantasies. It comes from your imagination. It is something that if you got it, you would be so excited and so freaking scared all at the same time. That is the goal I want you to consider. So the $5 million house that's mortgage free, that you paid cash for, the making 1 million millionaires, the castle, the school, all of that stuff. So you guys have these lists, so personal and professional. Now I want you to break those lists apart: professional goals, personal goals. And Kat, I think you said you have family goals that kind of fall under the personal
I
side
do.
of things. Okay, so personal
have some family
professional
goals,
have two lists.
Yeah, the family is actually kind of a cross between personal and business.
Okay, all right. So
So-
decide what side of the category each of those, because there's a couple of them, maybe they're, so we went kind of two lists, personal and professional. And I want you to have one amazing, huge C goal in your professional and one amazing, huge C goal in your personal, or what are the other ones I didn't just say? A personal and a professional huge goal. So Tanya's getting married and she's opening her school. We got you covered, girl. You don't even have to unmic yourself. I got you. All right. Cool. So Sylvia, do you have one of each? Okay. Kelly, you got one of each?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Jennifer? All right. Good. So you guys are all good. Sawa, you're good? Give me a heart. Come on. I've seen those hearts popping up there, girl. They're coming. I know they're coming. All right. So these are your C goals. So C goal professional. I have no clue how I'm going to do it. C goal personal. Oh my gosh, that would be my dream house, my dream life, my dream car, my dream wardrobe. Now you have that $300 Coach purse, right? Now you have that. Now you're allowed to do that because you're there now. You're in that future life. So I want you to take out your pen and paper and write this down. I am so happy and grateful now that. I am so happy and grateful now that my personal goal has manifested. I am now blank. And then whatever that big personal C goal is that you just told me, every single one of you told me that you have. I am so happy and grateful now that my personal goal is manifested. I now live in my castle in Scotland. I now am the owner of a $5 million mansion with a pool boy. I am whatever that is for you personally. And then
then you go on to the next goal.
The next training I do, Tanya, you're doing it. I'm just going to sit here and help you. I'm going to guide you. I'm teaching you. I'm going to train you. You're going to be my replacement. All right. So now you have that, then absolutely you're going to go on to the next one. I am so happy and grateful now that my professional goal has manifested. So do that, please. Write that down. And then the next sentence will be something like, I am so excited now that I've created 1 million millionaires. I am so happy. I am so whatever that, and then your professional C goal, whatever that is. And something that I just want to reiterate is that we are talking about it like it is already here, like it has already happened. Okay, it's very, very, very important to never talk about your goal happening in the future. And words you must remove are words like try, can't. Never say anything like I want to eliminate debt. Like I want to pay off my mortgage. You don't want to be mortgage free. You want to own your house 100% outright. If you say, I want to pay off my debt, you are 100% acknowledging and focusing on the debt that you have and thinking about how awful it is to have it. And you will absolutely manifest more of the same in your life. That's how we get caught up in perpetuating the life that we don't want. Why do these things always happen to me? Well, stop saying all these things keep happening to you. And they'll stop happening to you. It is 100% law of attraction with mathematical certainty, showing you what you don't want, what you're not creating, or you don't want to create, but you're creating it because you're focusing on it. So
See, that's why I hate math.
you and me both. So please understand with absolute certainty that you have huge, huge potential. You guys have just created your personal and professional burning desire goal. So now I want you to write down these 2 questions. Am I able to do this? Am I able to do this? And Tanya, would you like to answer this question?
Of course I'm able to do it.
The answer
I'm
is
not
yes.
Let anybody else do it instead of me.
Absolutely. Science and theology have both very clearly stated and proven that all things are possible and that we have infinite possibilities in our lives, that we can create that. If one person has created 1 million millionaires, everybody can. Maybe you don't want to, maybe that's not your goal, and that's okay. But the Wright brothers were the first to fly. Their own father told them they were going to burn in hell because he was a reverend or a minister of some sort. But they did it because it was possible. Physics has always been here. The way to fly has been here since caveman. Aerodynamics did not get invented by the Wright brothers. They just figured out how to put things together in the proper order. And we're learning how to put our thoughts and our actions and our feelings together in the proper order and create the life that we want to live. So yes, 100%, whatever it is you have written on that paper, you absolutely can do it. Here is the next question, and this is your question for you. Am I willing to do this? Am I willing to do whatever it takes? Whatever, and I mean whatever it takes. I was talking to a gentleman about his goals one time, and I said, what are you willing to do to get there? And he said, I will sell my house and my car. to get there. I will do whatever it takes. That's a burning desire. That is the goal that I want to help you see that you need to create. Because we will not get something we've never had if we keep doing the things we've always done. We've got to do things completely different. We have to do things that right now to most of us seem outrageous and silly. We have to totally step out of anything that's normal. And I promise you that when you decide the thing that you're going to do to get that thing that you want, and you tell your friends and family, they are going to think you are nuts. And you cannot care what they think. You cannot. Whatever.
And if you can't get there where you believe in you, it's okay to lean on someone else and help them believe in you until you can do it yourself. It's like learning to walk. You're not automatically going to run when you can't walk. You got to lean on someone. This is the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think I even told Tanya that over a year ago. I'll believe in you until you believe in yourself. So if any of you don't believe in yourself, you can lean on me. I'll believe in you until you believe in yourself. I really will. I absolutely will. So are you willing? And if the answer is yes, then go for it. Just do it. Because whatever service, whatever product, whatever thing you want to do, there are people out there that are waiting for you to do it. There are people that need what you've got. And when we don't give them what we've got, we are letting them down. We really are. Sometimes it takes some convincing to let people know that our product, our service is what they need, because they're all locked up in the negative world that they live in. But we got what people need. We got to go do it. We have to. None of us were put here to be small. There's not some capricious God that said, you get to be a multimillionaire and you get to live on the streets begging for supper. Nuh-uh, that's our brains that's our beliefs and habits. And most people that are on social assistance are third and fourth generation people on social assistance. But they don't have to be. It was good enough for my mom and dad. It's good enough for me, but not for me, not for Connie, and not for any of you guys. Because we want to grow. We want to be that tree. We want to grow. We want to stretch. We want to do that. So the last part of this training, and then I'm going to let you guys go, or we can just open it up to questions and answers. I can stay here for as long as you guys want to chat, but if you have to go, then absolutely, I've taken up your time. But I want you guys to take those 2 sentences that I'm so happy and grateful, both of them. And I would like you to please commit at least once a day rewriting each of those sentences. If you rewrite each of them 30 times a day, you can do that too. But that is what's going to get into we have our conscious mind where our thinking is. Right now, we're all thinking, wow, this will be great. Yeah, Connie's cool. Yeah, she's given me a lot of information. But you can walk away and you will never, ever, a year from now, we'll have another conversation and we'll be having the same conversation. But we want to get it into our subconscious mind. And there's only 2 ways to do that: a sudden impact, which we're not going to do here today. I'm not going to do that to you. And then the other one is the constant repetition over and over and over and over. So if you can commit to writing those sentences out at least once a day for 30 days, it will like literally take you 10 minutes, not even. I think we did it here in like 3 minutes. Then you will already have that belief starting to come in and you will start to get that ingrained. So that is the last part of really feeling and like you can and will do this, is the everyday constant repetition, writing it down. So are you guys committed to doing that for 30 days? Yep. Kat, Kaylee, Sylvia. Yeah, Sylvia, you've been writing since we met, haven't you?
Yeah. I was just looking at the first time I wrote it. Yeah.
How long ago? When was the first time?
August the 28th.
And you've been writing it every day since?
Every single day. This is the second, I'm on my second journal now.
Wow, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, front and back pages.
Okay. So how have you seen, since you started writing that until now, a change in your journey? Like, have you come further than you were back in August?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We've talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good, cool. I wanted these ladies to hear that from you, not from me, because I could sit here and
Yeah. Oh,
blabber.
absolutely. Yeah. I haven't missed one day. Nope.
Beautiful. And are you writing it out once a day or multiple times?
Once a day. Both
Once
of them.
a day.
Personal
Okay.
and professional. Yeah. Once a
And
day.
is that the same thing as what you came up with today? So are you still have the same goal, or has your goal strengthened?
Oh, well, actually, mine's are more than one. So, yeah, and you were talking
Okay.
about one sentence. I'm like, girl, I'm in the paragraphs.
That's good. Well, my clients do a paragraph every day. I just didn't want to do that to you guys.
Yeah, when it's about whatever it takes,
Yeah.
I'm right there. I'm like, whatever it takes, you know? So,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, my hand goes numb. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm like,
Yeah. Build those muscles.
whatever it takes.
Yeah. Either your penmanship is going to get really good or it's going to get really bad. One way or the other when you do the writing. You're either going to start caring or stop caring.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect. All right. So that is the end of the training, but please, if you guys have questions, turn your microphones on. And if you want to talk, we want to discuss more about when we're going to meet in Scotland, whatever you guys want to talk about. Any questions, seriously, any clarification on anything that we went over today that you guys would like to talk about?
I'm just wondering, like, say for example, if it was like a health goal, you know, like some people are like, you know, I want to, if they're a runner, they want to get to like their 9-minute mile or something like that. Technically, you know how to do that, you know, it's like a lot of training and whatnot. So would that still be considered, would you say that's like a B-level goal or something like that?
A 9-minute mile?
Yeah, like seeing
Oh my
like, you know,
God.
they can run a mile.
For me, it would be like a D goal. Because I would never run unless somebody was chasing me with a big knife.
So that's what I mean. Like, so the big goals, the ones that you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm even going to do this.
Yeah.
Those are C goals.
Right. So a 9-mile minute for me, or a 9-minute mile for me would probably be a C goal. But for somebody that's already like a sprinter and stuff, maybe it would be a B goal. So it would kind of be dependent on the person.
Okay.
I mean, we all know how to run. You put one foot in front of the other quicker than you normally do. But to get there, yeah, there's a lot of training and it's not something that a lot of people do. But people have made a million millionaires. People have bought houses in Scotland. So it's your personal stretch. It's what you think that you will ever do.
Okay.
It's perspective. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to run the 9-minute mile?
Oh, hell no. But it was just something I'm thinking out there. Cause like some people are like, oh, I want to tone up or like, you know, weight loss or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the realm of like weight loss or getting like a certain condition under control. Yeah. It's like, well, I've tried all the stuff in the past before and it hasn't really gotten me there. So I kind of like, that feels like a gray area to me of, I technically know how to do it, but it's not working for me in the past, but you know.
If it's a weight loss and you've never been there, that is a C goal. Because there is no belief that you're going to do it because I failed so many times. There was no belief there, but until I got the belief that I am going to do this and I'm going to do whatever it takes to do this. I was 205 pounds at my wedding. I pictured myself in this beautiful mermaid dress on the beach of Mexico. And I actually look at my wedding pictures and I feel like I was a beached whale on the beach in Mexico. And no way. And right after my wedding, I went on a diet and that's when I lost it all because I had that burning desire to never ever look like that in a picture ever again. And it's the repetition. I am so happy and grateful now that I love eating celery. I just love waking up every morning and having a poached egg and some grilled tomatoes for breakfast. I love the sweetness of a grilled tomato. There's nothing more satisfying to me than the crunch of celery. And we got to get that belief in there, like the belief that we're talking about here. So if somebody's never been there and they don't believe they're going to ever get there, that is so a C goal. It is so a C goal.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was curious. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 100%. I used to have 10 anxieties attacks a day. My C goal back then, even though I didn't know that's what it was called, was my C goal was to go through a day without an anxiety attack. That was the C goal. For people that have never had one, they're like, well, duh, of course. You know what I mean? So yeah, perspective. Went on a tangent. I'm off my soapbox now. Anything else?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Okay, no worries. All right, Sylvia, Catherine, anything? Any questions?
I actually needed this today. I didn't realize quite
Okay.
how much. So thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. I'm glad you guys were here. Thank you for your time. Oh my gosh, I know we started a little bit late, so we're like an hour and 15 minutes in, but thank you. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you guys. If any of you guys want to talk one-on-one after this about maybe things you didn't want to talk about in the group, 100% let me know.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, Kelly.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.